please do not violate it. So, I mean, it's good to know that he's still up and following events, but he's doubling down on this. He's confirming that there is a ceasefire.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That's him. You're right. That's just popped up on my phone as well. The ceasefire is now in effect, and he's saying to both sides, do not violate it. So obviously urging both sides to adhere to whatever it is that they have agreed to do. And obviously President Trump heads to the NATO summit in a few hours, Tuesday morning. Far better to be going to that NATO summit of world leaders, having brokered a ceasefire between Israel and Iran, rather than going there on the back of escalating tensions in the Middle East, which some people have accused him of doing by, you know, those US strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities. So as it stands, President Trump tweeting there, the ceasefire is now in effect. He's calling on both sides to adhere to it, to not violate it, and really reveling in this sort of role of peacemaker.
Yeah, I mean, we know that Donald Trump is looking for accolades as the man who, you know, ended wars around the world. He's made no secret of that. But also, I mean, there is an interest here for the United States, isn't there? Because missiles were fired at a US airbase on Monday in Qatar, although there was advance warning of that, we believe. How was the reaction to that in the United States?
Yeah, absolutely. There was a lot of speculation about just how Iran might retaliate in response to those attacks. You know, the US was speculating on, might it be on an embassy, might it be on a US military base, as the Iranians had done back in 2020 when President Trump had ordered the hit that killed the Iranian general Qasem Soleimani. They attacked a US military base in Iraq. So this time around, they did have advanced warning. They knew that potentially this Qatari airbase might be the target of these attacks. They've moved some planes out already. They've moved some personnel out. And President Trump thanked Iran, thanked the Iranians for giving them advance notice. He says he called it a very weak response in retaliation for US strikes on those key Iranian facilities, and thanked Iran for giving them advance warning, you know, suggesting they've now got it out of their system, and perhaps the US had gotten off quite lightly, because there'd been a lot of speculation and concern too that US citizens might have been targeted abroad or even here at home. And the State Department, the Department of Homeland Security had simultaneously put out warnings to US citizens both traveling abroad and here at home about the possibility of attacks on US citizens here domestically. They were warning about possible cyber attacks, and citizens traveling abroad, they were urging them to exercise caution and vigilance. So I think there'd been a lot of concern about just how Iran might retaliate against the US for those attacks on its nuclear facilities, and certainly for President Trump and his cabinet and his top security advisors, who'd all huddled in the Situation Room to watch, you know, as events unfolded, as they've spent much of their time throughout the past few days over the course of this conflict. I think they probably breathed a sigh of relief that they sort of felt like the US had gotten off quite lightly.